I should be live. I think. I hope. This time, since I am streaming Earth Defense Force, this time I can actually talk for the most part. So, unfortunately, I was going to stream something else entirely for an after-hour stream because I had nothing else better to do with my time. I had said earlier when I was streaming Kingdom Hearts I was probably going to do Earth Defense Force, but it crossed my mind because me and the TCP in the upcoming month of October are going to be doing content throughout the whole month for the month of October, involving Halloween content, content of spooky nature, I guess you could say, to fit the theme of the month. And I had offered to stream. Silent Hill 2 Restless Dreams for the original Xbox. Now, I had a set of component cables for my original Xbox before. Unfortunately, the original Xbox that I previously owned was not mine. It was actually my younger brother's. Well, I actually got my own original Xbox, and I gave him back his, and I gave him the component cables mistakenly. Well, he ended up selling the original Xbox in a yard sale, and so I no longer have those component cables anymore. It's unfortunate, but I was actually going to try to stream Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate just to see how the composite fared, more or less. Which is because I also have intentions to somewhere down the line stream Genma Onimusha, and I really wanted to do Silent Hill 2 for October. So I'm going to have to look into getting some component cables, because the only way I was able to get it to come through composite. Now, I didn't fiddle around with it too much because it is kind of getting late and I don't want to be up all night if I can avoid it. I was only able to get it to come through in black and white. So I'm not really 100% sure what I need to do, if there's a way to circumvent that. I'm going to look around at a couple YouTube videos and kind of scout around, maybe even email Roxio themselves and be like, how do I get around this? So we'll have to wait and see. But I will probably, just to circumvent it for now, I probably will order some component cables for my original Xbox. I'm pretty much shit out of luck on anything else. If I can't get it to come through in color, that means I really can't do much of anything else other than the stuff that has component, and I am not paying the ridiculous amount of money it is to get a pair of component cables for freaking an original GameCube and N64, so on and so forth, since they all share the same cables. That is not happening. There would never be a moment in my life that I think I could afford the cables. I think I am going to end up changing my skin on this. And you're probably just wondering, I am doing easy. I got stuck in a later mission, so I went back to do older missions to help increase my wing diver's armor. Because unfortunately, as much as I love the wing diver, as much as I love being able to fly around the map, the wing diver suffers from having very low health, which is unfortunate. It's the most agile class. You can traverse the map easier. You don't have to worry too much about not being able to get places. But they're hindered by low health, so I'm playing back through the missions I've already played on easy as kind of a means to grind. I know that this has been brought up before in game reviews I've watched on Earth Defense Force. As much as there is a huge market for it. Well, maybe not huge, but there is a good portion of people who enjoy the game. I've mentioned him on my streams, I believe, before. His name is Goemon047 on YouTube. Otherwise, his real name's Eric. and he did a collab review with I believe I want to say it's Stop Skeletons from Fighting, SSFF. I could be getting that name wrong. But he did like multiple reviews on like all the Earth Defense Force games that are available on the US market. So he did a review for Earth Defense Force 2017 on Xbox. He did a review for Insect Armageddon, which is the westernized version. It was made by the Western company. It wasn't made by the I forget what company actually makes this. I think it's like D3 Publishers or something like that. I could be wrong with that, but the company that made 2017 and 2025 did not make Insect Armageddon. Even though Insect Armageddon, I think, is supposed to be, timeline-wise, is supposed to be in the same year of 2027. Or no, not 2027, 2017. Which, speaking of, imagine that, 2017 is next year. That's freaking crazy. We're almost there, too. Just got a couple months left. It's freaking insane. So yeah, they did all those reviews. And they did one for the remaster port of Earth Defense Force 2025, which is Earth Defense Force 4.1 on PlayStation 4. Which is I would love nothing more than to have a copy of that game. I believe I mentioned this before. I don't remember what, when and where I mentioned it. It could have been in that stream that I deleted. I wanted to. What am I trying to say? I've completely lost my train of thought. So, if I remember what the hell I was gonna say in that whole spectrum of what the hell I would came to mind, I will get back to you. I did try the PC port. Unfortunately, it didn't run so well on my computer, which is a real shame because I super wanted to be able to play that game. The remastered port. Okay, I think you can create a color, so we're gonna create a color. Got like the Maxima freaking palette going on with that, like his most recent model. Oh hell yeah! I just thought about it. I'm totally spotting Saints Row. Hell yeah. Saints Row Wing Diver. Fuck yeah. That works for me.
Deploying. Select a mission.
I liked the color palette I had. I just didn't, you know, I'm one of those ones who I get kind of bored with just sticking with one color palette. Easy mode is very much as it implies, is super easy because I've been playing through normal, so I have higher level weapons that you can't get in easy mode. So yeah, it's just freaking wrecking everything. But yeah, if you are ever in the market to watch reviews, I would definitely recommend going and checking out Eric and I forget the dude's name from that channel, and I apologize about that. I only ever watched the reviews once. I watched some of Stop Skeletons from Fighting's other stuff, but I got into him because of the Earth Defense Force reviews that he did with Goemon, and so, you know, people who are cool with Goemon, as far as I'm concerned, people who are cool with Goemon are cool with me. So, you know, and I like what I've actually sent a couple of streams here and there to, or not streams. I've sent a couple of Stop Skeletons from Fighting's reviews to a couple friends that I talked to, just so they could check it out and hear what he has to say and such. I sent his Resident Evil 1 off to a friend. You all might see him pop on every now and then, a Mr. Bio Devil Dom, who is currently taking a tour with Capcom. And that's super awesome. I'm super happy for him, and I hope he has a lot of fun while he's away. Like, I can't tell you, man. Like, I took a vacation for 2 weeks, and those were like the best 2 weeks I've had in a really long time. And I wasn't super far away from home. I mean, not too much further. Maybe about, you know, the drive to my hometown from here. In time away, but you know, that was a really nice refresher. And it's unfortunate that I had to come back here. If I had my way, I wouldn't be where I'm residing currently, but it's neither here nor there. I'm at least glad I'm at my equipment. I'm at least glad I can stream. I'm finally, you know, I got a lot going on right now. I finally got a capture device. I might have to dish out a little bit more money just to get some, you know, component cables, and maybe attempt to see if I can find, like, because I don't know, I don't know if those component cables for the GameCube, I don't know if there were ever third-party cables of that made. So I'll definitely have to, like, look into that, because I won't be able to do my N64, like my Super Nintendo, which, you know, Super Nintendo and stuff like that, I might just, you know, do emulators just for the sake of it running, because, you know, you don't need a super heavy computer to run, you know, some of the older stuff, thankfully. But, I think just for the sake of things, I might just reside with emulators for now. But it's really hard to emulate stuff on the 64. Like, there are certain games that work fine, other games just run like absolute garbage. I've never been able to, like, quite figure out the proper way to emulate that stuff, so I would love to run it off the original hardware if I could. It definitely would be a treat for me to actually play it using my actual N64 as opposed to using an emulator, because I do have intentions, not for streaming purposes, but for my Let's Play channel. I do have intentions of doing Castlevania 64 Legacy of Darkness, and that was another thing too. Before I ended up just settling on doing Earth Defense Force for today, I was actually going to stream, I was going to attempt to stream Castlevania Curse of Darkness, because I have it on the original Xbox, as opposed to the PS2 version. To me, and this is just solely just an opinion of mine, I feel that a lot of the stuff that has original Xbox ports, especially games like that, run 10 times better than their counterparts on PS2. I definitely noticed it with Silent Hill 2. They really reworked that game. Now, I don't know if they added all the cool new, like, lighting and stuff that they had in the original Xbox version of the game. I don't know if they added any of that stuff into the Greatest Hits version. I know the Greatest Hits version on PS2 added all the additional content, like the Maria sub-scenario, and things like that. So I really don't know how, per se, if they changed up the lighting and stuff like that and tried to repolish the textures. I will never, ever do the HD collection. Unless I'm just, like, I had the HD collection because I got it super cheap, and I didn't believe all the things about the bad ports, because, yeah, they are really bad. And the unfortunate thing is that I've heard it's better with the PS3 version. This I would not know, but I heard it's better with the PS3 version because they did offer a patch that was supposed to fix a lot of the issues that were present in that remaster. I don't know if that's true. I know that the Xbox 360 version, which was the version I had, didn't get that patch, and what I played was just bad. Like, when I'm having trouble on TVs that I have that are literally bright as the damn sun when it comes to how much they light up things, when I'm having trouble just even playing hit through an HDMI port, and I can't even see what the hell I'm doing when I get into a dark area. Yeah, like, I couldn't do it. Like, it's a shame, too, that's how that, ended up. Because I know that getting physical copies of, I know that the original Xbox version of Silent Hill 2 is not hard to get a hold of. It was actually super cheap when I bought it. I had the original PS2 version, and I think that's actually harder to get a hold of. I didn't really care because I had it either way. I at least had a version of it that was more, in quotes, complete, I guess. But yeah, it just sucks. Like, that the HD port had such shortcomings. Otherwise, I probably would have an HD. I had the HD port of it. But yeah, I will be getting those component cables. I'm gonna have to scout around though and see if I can find them for a price I like. $6 necessarily isn't bad for when you're unemployed and like myself. It's like if I can get them any cheaper than that, that would be very beneficial to me. Because I have no idea if I'm going to find work. I've been trying and just nothing's come of it. But, I think I'm gonna make that, try to make that white. Because that's kind of gray, so I'm gonna, That's a little better. Because that gray kind of meshed in and you really couldn't tell. That actually looks pretty cool, just like straight white.
Deploying. Select a mission. Select a difficulty. Trying higher.
Yeah, if I can find work, speaking on the matter, if I could find a source of income and save up a bit, I'm definitely going to try to invest in an HD Roxio. I might just cave and just buy one brand new. I haven't been dissatisfied with the standard Roxio yet, other than, of course, I don't know if there's something specific I have to do to set up to where I can run just composite, and get it in color, because that's the weird thing. Composite always runs in color, like, it never runs in black and white, so why it was coming up black and white is beyond me. So I'm gonna have to fiddle around with it a bit, I'm guessing, and try to figure out exactly what I have to do, because I don't know what to do, because I didn't want to fiddle. Like I said, I didn't want to fiddle around with it for very long. I really wanted to stream tonight, and stream some do an after-hour stream, so I'm trying to be, especially considering I'm up all night. I know that's not really the opportune time because everybody's asleep. But, well, at least, the portion of people who would even be remotely interested in, like, watching half the shit I do are all asleep, typically 9 times out of 10 at this late of an hour where I live. And especially the guys online that I talk to, because they're a couple hours ahead of me. So, it's typical, and I know that a lot of them, have lives from like me. So it's like, we can't be up all freaking night like I can. for the time being. So I'm just trying to, you know, just pass the time because, you know, I don't really do much outside of gaming, which I know to most people it sounds really sad, but it's like, you know, no offense to anybody, you know, who listens, but it's like, you know, my friends in general, you know, they all work, they all have money, they want to go out and do stuff that they could spend their money on, you know, like go out to eat, you know, go watch a movie, and it's like, you know, I'm having to turn around and sell stuff on eBay just to buy stuff, you know, and but it's whatever, you know, like I somewhere down the line I'll change that, you know, it's just, you know, as for now, I really can't do a whole lot. You know, got to keep gas in my car when I can. Got to keep money in my account when I can. So that's why I'm like really iffy about spending, you know, $6-7 on a pair of component cables. I want to say that the cables I bought before I got way cheaper than that. So I really am gonna fish around because it has been a long time coming, and I've been wanting to do. Not only, well, I'm probably going to keep Silent Hill 2 for the TCP stuff, just to contribute, just to help out, because I haven't done so thus far. I've had a couple of the TCP guys on my stream, like the most recent one. I don't remember if I had a bunch of them on stream, but I know I've been on some of their streams, and the most recent, when I did Castlevania Harmony of Despair, they were on. Brandon and Mr. James were on, and we were having a good time doing some Castlevania Harmony of Despair. Thankfully, the servers for that game are still present, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, I really, excuse me, I really want to do a stream for them and get that off the ground. And Silent Hill 2, I was kind of hoping that somewhere down the line I do it myself and just keep it mainly just, you know, for my channel. But I really, you know, was like, you know what, I've been sitting on this for God knows how long. I've been wanting to do so much with that particular game. I've wanted to stream it like multiple times. I've wanted to be able to play it through, which I probably will do. I'll get around to eventually. It was one of the first games I ever reviewed on the now defunct review channel that I had. Unfortunately, I'm not really in the vein of game reviews anymore. I wanted to do it for a really long time. He didn't have the means to do it. I now have the means to do it, but don't know his real motivation. I'm just more about just, you know, streaming and getting, you know, content out there like this rather than, you know, just off. And like, I don't mind the rant videos too much because those don't take much more than just, you know, audio recording and, you know, get some gameplay piled together, just throw it into the loader and just do minor editing. You know, but reviews, you know, I really have to, you know, like, I mean, I could do personal accountings and everything like that, but it's nice to, you know, kind of have my facts straight if I'm going to talk about a specific version, or, you know, if I'm going to bring up somewhat controversial stuff about, you know, specific games. I mean, you know, I don't really know if there's much of a market. I know that some people are kind of still loyal, like, I know AVBN, every now and again will do a new video. A guy I watch and I've been watching for a very long time, Avalanche Reviews. He still does reviews. I still watch them. I still enjoy because he does a lot of reviews on games that are not current, games that I may not have been familiar with otherwise. The most recent review is, well, he did a new Trash Classic video, but the one that he did before that was for a really awesome game called Crossfade on Steam that I had no idea existed, and I'm really glad that I now know it exists. So there's definitely that. There's a couple people out there that still have a fan base that will watch their reviews. It's just, you know, if freaking the damn irate gamers any freaking implication. I never had a problem with that dude, and I'm not like, you know, I'm just shooting shit right now because really, it's like, well, it's a hell of a lot better than what was going on the last time I streamed this. So, you know, not to shit on the irate gamer, but it's like, all he's been doing has been like doing like these product app reviews and shit, and I'm just like, dude, like, I know that, like, I'm glad you're probably making a living off of their sponsorship or whatever just for doing that one video for them, but it's just like, dude, that's like, you're called the irate gamer. Like, if it was gaming related content, like, I would get it, but like half these apps and stuff, like with points and, you know, these like kind of almost, you know, chill videos that he's been doing. Okay, so yeah, I do have to take these things out because I've just been freaking blasting. Not that I don't have a problem with blasting ants, but it's like I figured I forget when you're able to take, like, what missions you're able to take stuff out. That's right. That wasn't going to take very long to kill. I have like a really that freaking sniper rifle I was using was freaking powerful as all hell. Super. Well, I mean, they're late game weapons. You know, late game normal mode weapons at least. So yeah, I mean that's why I'm just, you know, easy mode is, you know, as it states, is easy. But even easier when you're coming in from having played up to like mission 70 something normal mode. And you're blasting through stuff with freaking normal mode weapons from late game normal mode. But yeah, I guess it you know, just to kind of summarize and just, you know, how I feel. It's not that I was opposed to doing reviews. It's just I don't feel it would really draw anything. Like I might visit it, but I don't think I'm gonna dedicate a whole channel to it. I might just do it like on my main channel or. You know, I don't know. I might dedicate a whole channel to it. I'm doing a whole channel for my Let's Plays, you know, just so I'm not cluttering up the channel as stands. And I kind of already did in my channel trailer talk about the content that people can expect on the specific channel. So if at any given point I do a review or something like that, or I try to do a review, then I probably will maybe make another channel. Just call it like, you know, Daybreaker Reins Reviews or something like that. You know, just something to tie my name to it, because the last one, as much as I love the name, you know, it wasn't really tied to the stuff I was doing. Which, speaking of, I have another LP channel that unfortunately I purged the review channel. I deleted it, so it's no longer there. I don't know. You know, as much as I love the attempt at what I was doing, I just, they were amateur at best. Like, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I was very early on when I started learning like video edit and, you know, all that good jazz, and, you know, to people who, you know, called me out on this before for my lack of good video quality. I don't have a high-end camera. I don't have like a studio to fucking do videos and shit in. You know, I'm not YouTube famous. You know, I have a camcorder that, by today's standards, is probably outdated as hell. I've always had an issue with its quality. There's always kind of been sort of this really grainy filter. And it's the same with my webcam. I mean, my webcam has this, like, weird, like, my webcam's supposed to be an HD webcam. It's supposed to be a more current webcam. And it even has its fair share of graininess. You know, I don't have the money to dish out on a studio camera for shit that I, you know, like, I'm just not, you know, I'm not that kind of guy. Like, I just want stuff that works. I don't want, you know, the most high-end quality shit, because it's like, in the long grand scheme of things, you know, high-end quality MP3s, high-end quality video, that shit takes room. And it's like, you know, I already have a freaking drive full of video games right now because of my Steam library that is been eaten up. You know, I already have freaking a damn you know, other drive, secondary drive that's half full because of the produced videos, because I don't like deleting them. Now, granted, I am going to say I have to, because some of the videos that I've been doing, for some reason, and if anybody watches this replay when it's archived, I would love advice, if anybody is savvy in this, I'm looking for a video editor that I could save an AVI in 60 frames instead of an MPEG. Now, I don't know if you can save an AVI in 60 frames. I know I know I have MP4s that run in 60 frames, so I don't know if I should start saving the stuff in MP4 format, but I'm pretty sure that my video editor, when I tried to do that before, it didn't, it can only export out to 30 frames on most formats except MPEG, and there is sort of this weird jitteriness that I have with the MPEG and the bitrate, so if anybody is familiar with just what a proper bitrate for MPEG files is, like in its actual number, not in MIPS, please, because everywhere I freaking looked, the goddamn bitrate was in MIPS, and I don't know how to translate that into freaking just a regular number in intervals of like 20,000. I would assume like 12 MIPS is like, you know, 1,200. I could be completely wrong about that. Or 12,000, whatever. Would be probably. I can't think right now. Yeah, but if anybody's got an editor that just does that natively, or has the option that's reliable, is inexpensive, I prefer not to try to dish out money for freaking like an Adobe shit, but might not even do that. I mean, just say fuck it and just try to go find me a torrent or something like that. But yeah, the video editor I'm using right now, it fills the needs, but I'm starting to record stuff in 60 frames, and it's just not. Some of my playthroughs and stuff, like they just don't have good quality. Because like you can see the frame drop, extensive frame drop. Because I'm only exporting at 30 frames as opposed to 60. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. It's like really, that's the after hours streams for you. I just kind of muse. I'm trying to, like, I don't have anything really controversial to talk about, thankfully. Like, I'm not like fuming mad or anything like that. I'm just disappointed that I wasn't able to, you know, stream my original Xbox, because that was kind of like something in my mind I was looking forward to, and I thought that buying the standard version of the capture device, I had watched a video that said all you had to do was just put the yellow cable in the device where it says Y. So I really don't know. Like I really need to figure that out, because if I can circumvent buying as much as I'd love better quality, if I could circumvent just having to spend money on component cables, then I might just end up doing that as opposed to spending money. Okay, well, keep that whatever is still alive, I'm guessing ant, so I'm going around looting shit. So there's green dots everywhere. And a lot of it's armor. And I don't know how many, because I believe it's in 2017, EDF 2017, one armor box counts for 1 point in armor. So, like, I think my data somewhere on, yeah, I think it's on the Vita version, the Vita port, I have, like, freaking, like, almost 1,000 armor, or maybe more, on my soldier character, like, because in the Vita version, which is something I didn't mention earlier when I was talking about all the different EDFs, the Vita version of 2017 adds in not only you have, I think, slightly more missions than the original base game, but you also have you have the Pale Diver from Earth Defense Force 2. Which that's another Vita game that I don't know much about. I hear it's pretty good and it's kind of campy in its humor and aesthetic, so that's definitely one. Once I start looking again, I'm definitely gonna look into trying to get that in 4.1, because I would like to stream 4.1. This version's great. This version's fine for the time being. Like I don't mind this version at all. It's just 4.1's the better version. I need to try out. Yeah, that's a lot. I hope that actually. Ow! as I bring my leg up and just smack my knee into my desk. I need to try out the streaming in the new software update, firmware update to PS4. God, man, all that armor, all those armor boxes, and it only increased my armor by 14 points. I think she and her armor is 420.
Deploying.
That's freaking funny.
Select a mission.
420 boys a faggot.
Select a
Oh
difficulty.
my god. I think she has a really slow build on her armor. I might have to end up just starting to play as the freaking soldier. The Ranger, I think, is the soldier class, and then there's Air Raider, which is all about summoning vehicles, and then there's Fencer. Which Fencer is like this big mech suit power armor dude, like looks like he's straight out of freaking Fallout or something like that, and freaking Brotherhood of Steel. He's fun, but he's slow as hell. That's my only complaint. Like, that's why I like the Wing Diver. It's just because it's fun to fly around the map. It's fun to fly up on top of the bigger buildings, and it's just really boring to not have the ability to do that. Plus, the Wing Divers have the lightning guns. Oh, why am I like why? Let's just switch. Check this out.
Wing Diver 7, attack! Wing Diver 8, attack!
Damn. These dudes take abuse. Okay, so that was like what, 4 shots? 5 shots. So 5 shots with my sniper rifle. Because I was gonna say I could have probably killed all these freaking Hectors before they even hit the shoreline. Problem is just how much of my energy reserve it takes to fire off my damn sniper rifle.
The Air Force will arrive momentarily.
Close in! Yes, sir! Check the enemy! Take them a warm welcome! Yes, sir!
Man, they're dropping armor, but it's coming out of yin yang.
There's an enemy over there! Sir, yes, sir! Who's gonna take out next?
I had to really scratch my head there, though. I was like, why the hell am I freaking sitting there freaking just letting them, you know, freaking get onto the beach? I should freaking be able to pick these dudes off with the sniper rifle.
Hey, yes, sir! Let me at him! There's an enemy over there. Let's go! Understood!
It'd be cool, though. I don't know if this is probably not, but it'd be nice if I could like export my PS3 data from 2025 to 4.1 whenever I do get it, because that would be nice. So I don't have to do all this shit again. I mean, I guess it would give me incentive to give me reason to do 4.1 as opposed to doing. Oh my God, there's more of these assholes.
The Ravager battle machines are approaching. Are you ready?
Ranger 1, roger. Ranger 2, roger.
Well, her health ain't gonna be 420 for very much longer. I'm pretty sure I've increased it a little bit with all these.
Wing Diver 8, systems go, and ready to fight.
We will fail if we follow the commander.
Tactical bomber Sharon.
Holy hell, I can hit them from here. Check this out. I'm gonna freaking peg off all these dudes before they even hit the shoreline.
This is Bomber 4, entering combat area, beginning air raid.
Yes, sir.
Properly welcome. Are we winning?
Oh, that was weird.
Yes, sir! Are you scared?
I freaked out there for a minute and I was like, oh, please don't tell me this damn thing freaking locked up.
Impact. We defeated the enemy.
I gotta be positive. Is there someone you want to protect?
Well done.
Sir, yes, sir! Make sure to walk like that. You're not shaking, are you?
The air raid will begin again.
Oh, really, dude?
There's one more area.
You shouldn't have gotten in my freaking way. Are you kidding me? Damn, I don't like that. Jittering. It's not done that before.
We did it! Aaron Bundy!
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right. Don't they? Yeah, they try to use bombers and it's like totally freaking fails.
Still confined. You know you're gonna.
Air raid in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
It always seems like that.
Damn it! There's like so much shaking going on. Like I can't tell what the hell.
We caused a lot of damage to the enemy with the air raid. It seems that motherships all over the world have started to drop giant weapons.
Look how that soldier just like totally walked over me. He was like, I don't give no fucks.
Quadruped Fortress. It's the biggest and strongest among Ravager's land weapons.
Wait, what the hell is freaking hitting me with missiles?
How much damage it will cause. It is a terrifying
Damn.
opponent, but we succeeded in destroying them in the fight 8 years ago. It's an opponent we can kill.
Like, I'm sorry that I'm actually trying to make a conscious effort to like freaking save all my damn
Yes, sir.
allies and crap. Not gonna make it. Damn. Yeah, I'm not getting any weapons that I don't already have. Cause they're all freaking like low tier awful weapons. I think there's some like if I remember in the reviews that the guys did, I think there's like some
Select a difficulty.
freaking like crazy rocket launcher you can get if you do like, I think it's like if you complete the game on like the hardest difficulty. I think like you do every mission on the hardest difficulty. At the end of it or something like that, you're awarded like I think it's called the genocide. And it's just this freaking rocket that you shoot one rocket and it just freaking blows everything in the vicinity up. Like, I think they did a little preview of it, and it's just like you shoot one rocket and you just see everything just go flying. It's a freaking amazing idea. It's like, I want that freaking rocket launcher.
Giant insects are appearing one
I'm
after
probably
another in
scrub,
urban
so
areas.
I doubt very seriously I would be
Burrowing a tunnel to them from the
good
nests.
enough to freaking
So they were making roads safely underground?
play through the game on the hardest
Large number of holes
difficulty.
were found in urban areas.
Not as the wing diver
These
in any
refugees
in any
were sent
case.
to the nests.
If those holes stay open, they will come and go as they please. We have to destroy the tunnel
I think I
exits.
did attempt to do the hard difficulty, and I got freaking wrecked
There are still more
like
tunnel
pretty
exits.
fast. So that was like the whole point of me going back and playing through on easy. Was just to try to increase my armor as much as possible, as much as the game would allow me. I think there's trophies for beating each mission on each difficulty. I don't know if easy is one of them. I think there might be a trophy for just beating the game in general, regardless of difficulty, and then I cover it. But I think there's one specifically for like the higher difficulties. I like how this freaking anthill like just like totally is inside houses and the houses are still standing. You would think it would be the other way around. You'd think like everything around that freaking like, you know, hole from the earth would freaking be like just in shambles.
The giant insects made an exit.
I definitely will have to stream Insect Armageddon sometime. I really wanted to, you know, I think this might have been what I was trying to refer to earlier, where I just lost my train of thought. I really wanted to get the PC version of that. It would have been, it'd be super nice. The freaking stupid thing is that like Steam does a ridiculous amount of sales. Like we all know Steam, and they do like all these freaking sales and all this cool shit. And I've never seen that game go on sale. Like, all of its freaking stupid DLC will be on sale, but, like, it's freaking just, like, the core game. I mean, it's a fairly inexpensive game, which is fine. I mean, you're not gonna pay. I think it's like $9.99 on Steam, but still, like, just the incentive would be nicer if I had it on, if I could get it on sale with all the DLC for that price rather than, pay $9.99 for the game and then, get all the DLC on sale. I'd have to pay like an additional like $10 or whatever. Just just a few dollars off would be nice, because I don't even know if my PC couldn't even run 4.1 properly. I don't know if it would be viable or even possible for me. I don't know. Insect Armageddon, I mean, is a lot. It's older. It's not the remastered version like 4.1 was. So I don't know if it would be better or if it would run worse, or I don't know. It'd be nice, so I actually have a better way to stream it as opposed to using it through doing it through my capture card. That's another thing too. Like if I know that to do 60 frame streaming, I have to get the license for XSplit, which wouldn't be bad if it wasn't based on subscription. Like I think like for 3 months license, it's like $14.99 or something like that, and that's only a 3-month license, and so that means I'd have to pay an additional, $13 every time, $15, however much it is. I just remember the subscription fee. I don't like that it's a subscription fee. I think like if I paid just like a set price of $30 for a license, I know that sounds dumb, but if it gave me all the features that I've been wanting to mess around with, like higher resolution streaming, maybe, higher frame streaming, that would be freaking golden. I would love it. I know that they offer this program for, I think OBS though, like I think a lot of people say that open source broadcast resource, OBS. I think a lot of people say that runs, that can do 60 frames regardless. I just like XSplit because of like the overlays and stuff like that. I think you can do that with OBS, but XSplit was the one that like I started tampering with, and I've gotten familiar with how to use the program. Like I don't think OBS would be too like hard to learn. It's just I really don't want to take the time to learn another program when I already know the other opposing program. And plus too, I don't know if any of my templates, like my overlays and stuff that I've already set up through XSplit, I don't know if any of those would actually work in OBS. So I'd have to like figure out how to redo them, and I've gotten content with with the stuff for XSplit, so. Oh, I got it just in time. All those armor boxes, I'm gonna be lucky to get like 3 or 4 points in armor. Yeah, if even that, I think it was like 5. Because I think I got like 3 points in the last mission, so I got 5 points in this mission.
Deploying.
Yeah, so let me just kind of scroll through here and see. Yeah, I was up to mission 59. That mission is just awful. And I died many times, so that was like the whole point. Was like I was really avid in playing this, and then yeah, Inferno. I think it's Inferno difficulty if you beat the game on Inferno difficulty. I'm pretty sure you get like a gold trophy, and I believe it gives you, at least in 2017 it did. I don't know if it gives it to you in this one, but it gave you the Genocide rocket launcher. Yeah, I've been able to clear some of the missions on hard at least. I have not tried hardest, and I sure as hell am not in the market to try Inferno. I'd probably get murdered. But yeah, I got stuck on that mission, and I've been stuck on it ever freaking since, and it's just a pain in the ass. And yeah, I don't like it. This is because it's stupid ridiculous, and I don't think the Wing Diver is really the most viable class for that specific mission. Especially considering their low armor. That's really the hugest detriment to the class. Is just they just can't take the hits like the Ranger and the other classes can. I think even like the Air Raider really can't take hits too well. But that's like where it's circumvented. Like I don't really know anybody who really can vouch for that class. I've never talked to Goemon about it. I don't know if that's a class that's fun to play and fun to mess around with. Like everybody kind of resonates to me, at least with the Wing Diver. It seems like everybody that I've talked to about the game or heard reviews from, they just talk about the Wing Diver being the really being the class that they really like, just because of the flight mechanic, and they're not hindered by slow move speed.
This party's not over yet. This army's huge.
Hectors are coming out of the quadruped fortress.
Oh yeah, it drops hectors. Oh, I'm all holding the button thinking that I'm gonna freaking wreck some shit. I'm just curious. Oh, well, I just got. I'm getting freaking balls rocked. I'm just curious. I can freaking smack it. I doubt. Like it's probably exactly like the other mission when the ships were in the air and I was shooting them, and like I streamed this before to nobody who saw the stream, and it was a stream I wasn't going to archive because for one, the audio was awful. The game was incredibly loud, and anytime there was a lot going on in the game, you could not hear me talk, even though I was pretty much yelling for the most part. Not that I guess in some circles that wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm pretty sure people don't really care to hear other people yell, but I had a lot on my mind at that time. But, if you're curious, throw a comment and I'll get into like a private discussion with you about what I was talking about. It's just something that's trivial as far as I'm concerned. It was something that I think I let get to me just a little too much. Which is we're all human, so that's just something that happens. I think I do have legitimate reasons to be angry at times. Maybe other times no, I don't, but it was something dumb. And it kind of blew over anyways after the day that it happened, so I think a lot of people shut up about it, so that's kind of where I'm at, more or less. I just wanted people to just freaking shut up about it, so, which, at least according to my Twitter feed, and the people I follow, and I follow like 100-something people on Twitter, I haven't heard any more about it, so, that's where I want it to be, because I don't want to hear more about it. I just want people to drop it, because it's like, they kind of got what they wanted, so just let it go. It's like whatever. But yeah, that's I felt really dumb about doing a stream like that. I really tried to keep anger off the table. Like I promised myself before that I wouldn't stream if I was in a bad mood. I tried to kind of keep myself to that as of late. Like I've been really trying. That slow down is until. Oh, so you can destroy it here. Can you? I don't know if I can get under it for freaking 5 minutes. I mean, I blew up the gun on the back of it, so I'm. As I get freaking rocked across the map. Damn, dude, I really wanted to. Like, yeah, because you don't kill it here. You don't kill it until like a couple missions later. I guess maybe just like the first time I got here, I didn't have weapons that reached it, that reached the hatch. Because you're supposed to be able to freaking shoot the hatch. Like, it's so dumb. It's like, it's the same method that you do to kill the ships in the air that spawn the enemies. And yet, like, it takes them like all these freaking missions where you run across the fortress. And like, you know, of course, in according to the story, you know, like hearing that, like, you know, city after freaking city after city has been leveled by this damn walking fortress, and it's like it takes you like all these missions to finally be able to, like, oh, you have to shoot, you know, it's freaking hatch. That's what you do. You shoot the hatch and it destroys the stuff.
Destroy the Hectors dropping from the quadruped fortress.
Oh, I freaking laughed. I don't think you can. Like, it would, like, in the storyline, it wouldn't make sense to be able to destroy it here. Damn it! Stupid freaking. I'm just curious. Like, it freaking makes enough sparks like I'm freaking doing damage to it. I would laugh my ass off if you can actually blow it up here. I don't think you can. Like, if you could, like, I think I would have killed it already by now. Especially because considering I'm on easy mode. Oh yeah, see, this is where the problem comes in. I can't tell you how many times these missions freaking made me want to slam my head in the wall. Just because they freaking pummel you with freaking bullets. But, I mean, it was my own stupid ass for freaking trying to kill the damn fortress, which I'm pretty sure you can't do, like, not in this mission.
Can't penetrate. Just wait a little longer.
Understood. Don't come this way. Sure.
They don't seem to like my freaking you know, lightning crossbow too much. That rapidly shoots lightning out of its tip and freaking wrecks them.
Destroy the flying drones.
Midnight has acquired the target.
Yeah, it's looking about that time too. Looks like I'll probably be wrapping up the stream here pretty soon. Oh. Oh, that's dumb. So you can get the guns on the side, you can get the gun in the back, but you can't freaking kill it, I don't think. That slowdown, really. Yeah, that's one thing that I would definitely recommend 4.1 over this version. This version is very, very bad with the frame drop. It crawls when there's a lot of crap going on screen. It's unfortunate, like, but that's always kind of been a problem with EDF, and I want to even say that, like, I remember, I think, in you know, the reviews was going on in Stop Skeletons from Fighting. I want to say that they made mention that it's almost kind of like
Defeated target.
wait.
an incredible
I really can't hear what's going on because I don't want my TV being loud enough where it's bleeding into the microphone.
There's a dispatch request to the Air Force.
The battle on the ground is beginning.
For the pride of EDM!
I didn't think you destroyed it or knocked it over. It looks like you knocked it over. Oh, I guess in a way you can blow it up and probably end the mission early. I'm guessing. I would think it's probably something along those lines. Alright, well, I think I'll do like one more mission, just for funsies, and we'll stop the stream there, and I'm gonna go and probably read more in my book. I'm actually reading, believe it or not. I haven't read since, like, freaking grade school. Like, I don't even, like, I never went to the library, like, at all in high school. Like, I don't think there was ever a time. I think I went to the computer lab, like, maybe once or twice, but I never went to the library. Ever. Yeah, I actually have gotten into the series. I found a book called The Awakened Mage by Karen Miller while I was out of town. I picked it up at a Goodwill. I really resonated with the cover. It really was like, it looked very Soul Sacrifice-y, if that makes sense. It kind of reminded me of the artwork from Soul Sacrifice. So I picked it up, even though it was the second book in a set of 2. So I was kind of shit out of luck. I was like, well, I don't want to read it because I don't have the first book. Hastings is going out of business. I'm sure pretty much everybody who's familiar with the company is aware. And we went and we were checking out the books for my younger brother, because my younger brother, he's a striving author, and he takes inspiration. He reads a lot. And it helps him. He reads, like, he's got his favorite authors and stuff like that. He likes to read, just kind of help him inspire, help him improve in his craft and everything like that. And we were looking for Neil Gaiman books for him. We ended up buying him one he already had. I felt kind of bad, but I really did, because it's like, that was like the only book we were able to find, and it was one he already had. Thankfully though, he said it looked a lot better than the one he had. I think the one he had was like used, and probably well beaten up, but this one was like brand new, I think. We were looking for the books, and I happened to catch my eye. Sure enough, they had The Awakened Mage by Karen Miller, but that was the only one they had. And I was like, damn it, I really want the book before it, which is The Innocent Mage, for that set, because I'm missing that book, so I'd like to read the books in order. Well, my parents, for my mother's birthday, went out of town to go watch Black Sabbath in Albuquerque, New Mexico. My parents do a lot of stuff. They used to go to concerts like way back when, before I was born, so it was kind of cool. They really wanted to go see them, and it's been freaking many years since they had seen them before. I guess the concert was really cool. Well, beforehand they went like super uber shopping, and they asked me what, like, my mom texted me and was like, what books were you looking for? I was like, oh, well, I'm looking for I'm looking for The Innocent Mage, and then I knew that there was a prequel book called A Blight of Mages that was it was written at the tail end of the Kingmaker world universe of books. It was the last book written for that series, but it's considered a prequel. Sure enough, they found me that book, the Innocent Mage, which is the one before the Awakened Mage, and then they found me the 2 books after that are in a different series. They're under a different set of books, but they're I think it's called like the Fishmakers, something like the Fisherman's Son, Fisherman's Child, but it's in the same universe, and it's set after the events of An Innocent Mage and then the Awakened Mage. And so they found me all those books, and then they found me one of her other series of books, but it was the third volume, so again, it's another set of books that I'm gonna have to get. But I've been, you know, kind of like, you know, of course, I don't want these books just to sit up on my shelf, kind of like the other ones I bought. I bought a lot of books while I was out, surprisingly. Like, I've kind of been in like this like creative rut, and so like I thought maybe if I actually like, go back into maybe creativeness stuff, you know, like actually kind of get my gears going and stuff like that, like bring some imagination back and like give me my drive, you know, because I've been kind of back and forth with what I want to really go to school for. You know, part of me wants to go into to learn how to do 3D animating, and part of me wants to go in to make, you know, to do the 3D animating and to learn how to do stuff like Ruby. You know, part of me wants to go in to go make games. Another part of me wants to learn how to animate and draw and like perfect, you know, like not perfect, but you know, get down a style of my own that actually looks quality as opposed to the shit I used to draw. You know, I've been so back and forth with school, but yeah. So they get me these books. I'm super stoked. So I've been reading the prequel book first, A Blight of Mages. I'm trying to, you know, because I am awake, you know, for, you know, awful amounts of time, you know, ungodly hours, you know, hours everybody, you know, should be asleep. I've been trying to, you know, make myself read at least a chapter a night. And, you know, not force myself. I'm not forcing myself, but I'm, you know, the book I'm starting on and getting back into reading with is freaking 700, 800 pages. You know, so I don't want to like overload myself and be like, oh, well, I'm just going to read this all in like one, you know, like a 3, 4, 5 hour sitting. So I'm just taking it in small doses just to kind of get myself back into reading. But yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. It's pretty good. I'm not far into it. I'm only on chapter 3. I'll probably read it after I'm done here, but and then get to chapter 4. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Like, I'm glad that I have the books now that I can actually read the whole series. So that's kind of a thing of mine. Like, it's the same thing with manga. Like, I don't like reading manga out of order. The only time I did it was for Shunshu the Genocide Fiend, and the unfortunate thing there is that freaking the remainder of that series was not published here in the US. I think there's fan translations of it though, of the remainder of the stuff that wasn't published here, because I think it only got up to like volume 4 here in the US, whereas I think there's like up to like maybe like, you know, 20 volumes. I don't know how many chapters are typically in a volume, but I think it like went up to like chapter 50 or something like that. So
Dead in one shot. The enemy.
yeah, I'm working on stuff, trying to be not just, you know, freaking kind of not doing shit, actually trying to, you know, do normal human stuff, I guess. Not just play games all damn day. You know, as fun as some people might feel that sounds, it can get kind of tedious. Like, you know, and I'm not instinctively a person who likes to just be a recluse. Like, I have friends and I have family that I'd like to go see, you know, and spend time with, and not just be stuck in this freaking, you know, constant state of just where I'm just, you know, at home doing nothing other than playing video games. You know. And so at least, you know, I've got the my older brother's got the WWE network. He's letting me use it, so I'm glad about that. So that gives me at least something to do. So I've been hosting the pay-per-views, last 2 pay-per-views, and I had a couple of my friends come over and we just sat and watched and critiqued and, you know, had a good laugh. Oh, of course. That didn't take long, now did it? Oh my god, there's just blood everywhere.
Watch out from behind!
I think there's a mission where you're back in this area and you're like you're in this little trench area and you get like ambushed by like 2 of these ships or something like that.
Enemy approaching! The enemy is coming!
That makes you wonder, like, how all those like spiders and shit like, are sitting in that ship. Like, obviously the alien spacecrafts are big, but they don't look like they hoard that many, unless they're like genetically making them or something like that, and just spawning them out of like freaking like filters, like pods or something like that. I guess that would probably make more sense if they're just kind of like mass producing them from like pods and shit. So that's how like they're able to.
Air raid will commence.
It's not like you ever get to go inside the ships, as far as my knowledge. Like, that would actually be kind of cool. Like, do like an infiltration kind of mission. Like, oh man, since Earth Defense Force 5 got announced, that would be like a super cool thing to implement into 5. Is like you actually get to like infiltrate the enemy ships and stuff like that. That'd actually be like super cool. I dig that. If they did something like that, we'll have to wait and see. Alright guys, well, I think I'm pretty much done with this after hours stream, so again, I keep tabs on if there is a viewer count. There was like 1 person coming in and out like towards the beginning of the stream, but again, this is like the wee hours of the morning for most people who are actually on Twitch. I don't know if like people in Japan or anything care about the shit that goes on. You know, or in other countries. I don't know how many people in other countries really like watch video games, you know, and watch people play them. But you know, in any case, archived as usual to my YouTube. If you sat through and watched the archived version, you know, I appreciate it. I always appreciate it. Feel free to comment. You know, feel free to like, dislike, subscribe, unsubscribe if you don't like the content. Don't say anything. You know, write me a private message. I don't know. I don't care. But yeah, anyways, this has been Daybreaker Rein, and I'll catch you all in the next one, guys. I'll probably be starting the continuation, like actually starting the PS2 dungeon here fairly soon. So expect that in the near future, guys. Anyways, this has been Daybreaker Rein yet again, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys.